Nah, I can't see anything I don't have eyes, see? Nah.
I work with buffoons.
Yeah, see?
Try.
Nah. Okay, are we mentally and physically prepared?
Uh,
Without finishing, she grabbed onto my arm.
Is it okay with you?
Now it was my turn to blush.
of course.
We walked through the forest. It was hardly a forest, though. More like a small grove between the camp and the pier. About 100 meters long. I would never think that there would be anything to be afraid of, even on my own. But it just seemed like Lena's fear was contagious. The branches swayed over us. I shuddered and Lena clung to my arm even more strongly.
Don't be afraid. It must be like a squirrel.
Yeah.
We reached the pier. The night was really beautiful. I walked closer to the river and called Lena.
Look.
The pier, the boathouse, and the moon were reflecting in the water. It looked like another world, with the surface of the water being the door to Wonderland. You could just jump and find yourself on the other side.
May I have this dance?
I extended my hand to her and bowed clumsily. Hey, what's up with these? Why are they, like, awful?
Good old Russian construction. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be like a buoy dock where it's floating on the water.
Oh.
That's a
That's what I
thing?
was.
Because that sounds awful.
Yeah.
That's not
It's
fun.
no, it's not.
Well, it is just like a pond, right? Or a lake.
It's a lake.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
even think.
okay, that's a little worse.
Lena hesitated. I must have overdid it with my mannerism.
There's nothing to fear. I'm no good at it either. Why either?
You dick.
She never said she couldn't dance, though it was kind of obvious.
Okay.
Ooh, woo. Ooh, woo.
Yeah,
That look.
What is with her eyes? They just don't look right.
One
Whatever.
bigger than the other.
Whatever, ooh, woo. Lena gave me her hand. I led her a bit aside and gently put my arms around her waist. We just stood there like that for a few moments.
And what next?
Well, I don't know. Do you remember that song?
Barely. But I remember.
Great, let's waltz like in the movies.
How's that?
Instead of answering her, I carefully started to move in a circle with Lena.
See, not that hard at all.
Yeah.
We waltzed for several minutes, or whatever you could call it. I felt her warmth, though we were not that close to each other. Her chest heaved heavily and her face started to blush more and more. Lena didn't look at me, averting her eyes from one side to another. I suddenly realized that I'd never felt anything like this before. It was tenderness overtaking reality, as if I found myself in another, better world. I realized that I didn't want to let this girl go, and that I would give up anything just to go on waltzing with her forever. I clasped Lena tighter, and only then did she look, what? Only then did she look straight at me.
Ruin the moment by immersion.
Flippin' Russians in their translation. What can you do? There was surprise and confusion in her gaze, but no fear whatsoever. She wasn't afraid of me and didn't push me away.
And you said you can't dance.
I really can't.
I was confused. I didn't expect that reaction from her. Where has her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared to?
You too danced pretty well.
I know.
A playful smile crossed her face. Maybe it just seemed so to me. No, I swear I saw it.
How is that possible?
The image of shy and modest Lena didn't fit together with this moment at all.
What should I say? What should I do next?
I could only keep on waltzing with her in this dance, which was getting stranger with every passing minute.
Semyon? Semyon, where are you?
The voice came from the edge of the forest.
Damn, worst timing ever.
Semyon?
It was Olga Dmitrievna. She must have been worrying because I should have been back a long time ago. I should have guessed that tireless camp leader would start searching for a lost pioneer.
I should have warned her beforehand. Oh, there's no point in thinking about it now.
Lena looked at me questioningly.
Being seen together would not be the best thing.
Why? Let's go and tell her that everything is alright.
No, let's hide and return to the camp later.
Her idea was strange. Everything was going so well. At least something was starting to work out. Or seemed like it did. But what was that something? Okay then.
I decided not to argue. It wasn't appropriate in such a situation. Olga Dmitrievna shouted for a while and then left.
Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, this is nice. I like this. This little background. It's cool coy. Lena didn't grab onto my arm on the way back. I was a little bit frustrated, but wasn't certain enough to take the first step. We kept silent again. It was not typical of Lena to start a conversation. I just didn't know what to say after everything that had happened at the pier. She kept looking at the ground all the way back, keeping her usual expression. What a bizarre change. Or to be more precise, what was bizarre was that smile on the pier and Lena's words. Blink. Oh, wait, didn't blink. Fudge. She stopped at the square.
Well, I have to go.
Alright.
Thank you for today.
It's tonight, idiot.
Yes, well technically it's tonight.
Lena turned around and headed to her cabin, and I kept standing where I was.
What the hell was that? That dance, that sudden change in the mood, and then everything was back to normal.
It was like I was embracing another Lena in that short moment. That's right. She wasn't herself. She seemed like a completely different person.
Maybe I don't know her well enough.
I had a feeling before that Lena hides something under her mask of shyness. It takes much longer than 2 days to understand someone.
Damn, what should I do? Maybe I was just seeing things.
I walked to the leader's cabin. The whole camp was sleeping, so there was no one to see me.
So what? What's wrong with a pioneer taking a walk at night?
When I was almost at the door, I heard a noise behind me. The branches of the bush near the trees rustled as if someone moved in there.
There shouldn't be any wild animals around here. Someone must have been watching me.
That very moment, I rushed in the direction of the noise, forced myself to the bushes, and looked around. It was too dark, and I didn't see anything or anyone. There was no point in going on. Even if someone was watching me, he must have been gone already.
Why he?
Flippin' sexist. Oh, disgusting. You're actually part of the problem, Semyon.
Not all stalkers are males, jeez.
God. What is this, 1976?
I went back to the cabin angrily because he's a sexist. Pig. The light inside was on.
Looks like she's still awake.
Semyon, where have you
Ben.
Darn it.
What do you mean, where? Me and Lena have been sorting medical supplies in the infirmary. I told you before that I would do that in the evening.
Really? When was that? Took you long enough. I was in the infirmary about half an hour ago. It was closed and the lights were off.
Well, we decided to have like a little walk.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm fretting about you while you're out having a walk?
Well, sorry. I'll let you know beforehand next time.
Please do.
Cock blocking people.
Go to bed. It's late.
Yes, ma'am. I can't help agreeing with her.
It was by any measure a hard day.
I was too tired to think about the evening's events, and I doubt I would have any decent thoughts. Ooh. Don't tell me about that, Semyon. I don't want to hear that.
The main thing is that I have not a single idea how to react to all of this. To Lena, to the camp, to this whole world.
I practically haven't spent even a minute on looking for answers. Moreover, I've been avoiding it as if the possible discovery scared me. And Lena. The time I spent with her was so much more important than all of my attempts to return to the real world. I could worry myself for a long time, trying to understand what I did wrong and what I didn't do at all, but exhaustion overcame me. Instead of blinking, sleeping. Is it day 3 or 4?
3.
4. You're
Damn
wrong.
it.
You're both idiots.
I was a day early, he was a day late.
I woke up with a hellish ringing inside my head. The time capsule's open. The ring seemed to be coming from the depths of my consciousness.
What about a time capsule?
But after I came to my senses, I realized that the cause of this ringing is my alarm clock. But
No,
for
it's
some
my
reason,
time capsule.
my time capsule's opening and the world's shaking.
Strange, where did this thing come from? Why is it standing near my bed?
It was 7:30 according to the clock. Olga Dmitrievna had already left, and there was nobody to force me to go to the lineup.
Thus, I can sleep a bit more.
I closed my eyes, but it seemed like my consciousness had already had its coffee and was ready for a long, productive day. I need to get up.
I should plan my day out. After all, I needed to at least find some out. I should plan my day out. After all, I need to at least find some out. Fucking sentence. I need to at least find out something today.
You okay?
Shut
Should I call someone?
I kept trying to emphasize the wrong word.
Alright, do you feel like one side of your face drooping?
Yes, what? What's going on?
Are you okay?
My arm's getting a little tingly.
Oh, that's just a heart
Nice.
attack. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Possible stroke.
Nah, he's dead. But still, nothing came to my head.
I'll attack
Okay,
something
wait.
if I mess up another word.
Speaking of which, Chris, how's your rabies going?
Just kick your cat.
Fine. I need to wake up completely and wash myself.
On my way to wash stands, I met Zenyatta.
What got you up so early?
Anything wrong with being up early?
She looked at me as if I had insulted her.
No, nothing. Just curious.
None of your business.
Gosh, Pinata isn't very sympathetic, even when she's in a good mood. But today she looked furious. The cold water perked me up. The fog in my head dissipated, and my thoughts started arranging themselves.
How's it going, Brian?
Interesting. Curiously, I started worrying about finding a good place in the canteen more than about finding answers.
Oh, I gotta sit next to the popular kids. Oh no.
I brushed my
Does anyone
teeth.
else hear it? I can hear Brian eating chips.
I brushed my teeth and was going to leave when a quiet sound wafted past my ears.
It's probably a squirrel or some other animal.
I heard another sound, this time a bit farther. I walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody, just the morning forest.
It's the cat girl. Oh.
I returned to the washstands and saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me.
Oh, hello. Good morning. I accidentally scattered my tooth powder. Just trying to gather it back up.
Miku, there's something in your throat.
Did you put
Nerds.
tooth powder in your throat?
Stop eating it, Miku. No, stop that.
Oh.
The dewy grass didn't seem to be helping matters.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Well, why not? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was just the last I had.
She pouted like a child who had just had her favorite toy taken from her.
Here, I'll give you mine.
I dug into my bag. No tooth powder there.
Strange. Didn't I just put it there? I walked away for just a minute and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I've forgotten mine.
I didn't want to tell her that it had just gone missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household goods would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating.
Well, I'll be off.
Yeah, cheers. Visit us. I mean, visit me in the music club. I'm still alone there, but I.
Miku's voice
What a
faded in the
loser.
freshness of the summer morning far behind me. While we walked away as she was like, please love me.
Wow. This guy's so rude.
This guy's a dick. Getting back to the leader's cabin, I took my cell phone and looked at the batterie mitre. Enough power for a day, maybe even less.
Of course, it won't help me much here, but still.
Finding a charger in the 80s would mean inventing it. I was going to head for breakfast when somebody knocked at the door. It was Lena.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I was taken aback a bit. The events of the previous day were still fresh in my memory, but I didn't really want to speak about them.
You're probably looking for Olga Dmitrievna, aren't you?
Well, no. I mean, yes.
Lena was her usual self, shy and easily embarrassed. A dance on the pier, now it seemed no more than a dream.
She's not here, sorry.
Okay then. I'll go.
Okay.
When Lena left, I thought that I'd been too cold towards her, so I decided to be nicer on our next encounter. Still, regardless, the morning was shining and beautiful. The bright sun was shining over the space and time displaced, and the moment you own it, Pioneer Camp Sylvianok, warming its residents and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or, in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here.
Is that what you do when you fail a line?
No, dude,
You
it
just
rhymed. I'm a
Oh,
rapper.
okay. Oh, alright.
Flew right over your head, you flippin' idiot. Got a small brain
What
in your
does it?
head. What does it? There was an
It doesn't
unusually
appear.
large crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why were they all crowding on the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like all the camp had gathered at the porch. There were all the familiar girls, Olga Dmitrievna and Ezreal. They were having a lively discussion. I drew closer.
Semyon, have you seen Shurik today?
Nope. What's the matter?
We haven't been able to find him since early morning.
Disappearing pioneers? Well, that's something new.
But he was with you yesterday?
She was talking to Ezreal.
Yes, he was.
So you woke up this morning and he wasn't anywhere to be found?
No.
Why didn't you come to me immediately?
Well, I thought that he got up earlier and went to wash up or something.
Did he mention anything yesterday?
Interjected Slovia.
For example,
That he was going somewhere, for instance?
no.
What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He must have decided to go for a walk.
You don't know Shurik.
She looked over at me seriously,
Well, no, I don't.
but I didn't see anything suspicious in the situation.
Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him.
Ah! How could he miss breakfast? Liana grinned.
Exactly. Time to eat anyway.
The pioneers proceeded into the canteen. Yet again, I had no choice where to fit in. The only free place was at the table with Eliza and Liana.
Don't sound so disappointed.
I hate this voice. Take a
I hate
seat.
this character.
She pointed to the chair next to her. I sat down. Aren't you gonna get your food?
Good idea. I hadn't thought about that.
What a dick. Today's breakfast didn't look much different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing.
Well, I didn't say it to her. I was thinking.
Still, why you gotta be like that, man? Or maybe I was just very hungry. Or maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible to avoid an Yana. Wanna go to the beach with us today?
When?
Right after breakfast. Generally speaking, relaxation wasn't on my agenda today. But if I was going to spend my time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting a suntan?
Sure, why not?
Ah, cool. She smiled nicely.
I bet you're planning another prank.
No, not at all. Liana waved her hands at me.
She sure is.
Eliza grinned.
She's always like that.
No way.
I think she's right.
Nobody believes me. Liana took her tray of dirty dishes and stood up. Enjoy your meal. She said in such a way which left no doubt. Nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Me and Eliza were left alone.
You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why is that? Well, I've got something to do.
Holy.
And what? Whoa.
The
What?
crap is this?
What
face?
emotion is that?
Sheer shock.
You have something to do that. No way. You're lying.
And what exactly would that be?
You have a life?
She looked straight into my eyes and couldn't even find an appropriate excuse.
I don't even have a swimsuit. Try mine. You think
What
it'll
is
fit
this
me?
game?
Why are we contemplating it?
Are you calling me fat? My man titties will fit your
Yeah, I
swimsuit.
don't know. I've never seen it up on the sea.
Give it a try. I don't think it's worth the effort. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks.
Those words only added to my fear.
Wait for me by the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing wrong with waiting for her, is there?
Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers, all having their own businesses, hurried past me one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. Seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager their age, their comrade, you could say. I caught myself thinking that I had started to consider this camp and its inhabitants with not as much caution as I had on the first day. Blink. Indeed, Eliza was back in a couple minutes.
Ready? Ready for what?
She gave me the trunks, though you could hardly call them trunks. They looked like pink boxers decorated with butterflies and flowers. Actually, they were boxers.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but where did you get these? Too scared to put them on? Well, you know. I have not the slightest intention of doing so.
I appreciated her joke, but wasn't going to make myself a laughingstock.
Put them on!
She said roughly.
Why don't you try them on instead of me? I think that the color of this swimsuit would set off your eyes very nicely. Let's make a bet.
We don't even know if she won, by the way. Like, we haven't gotten a follow-up on the bet previously. We'll never know, I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure.
No idea.
I had I had no desire to accept her bets.
No thanks. Alright, you either go to the beach wearing them or you swim naked. Weighing the pros and cons, even the second option seems better than the first. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. Then I'll tell everyone that you left these trunks in my cabin.
Well, that means we just, we did a little something something last night.
But
Oh,
also we wear those though.
what's wrong with that?
They're pink.
When you're getting the sex, Henry, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. What matters is
I
the
mean,
sex.
but it'll dent the old reputation.
The reputation of
Anyway.
having sex.
Yeah, but you're also adding on the boxers.
But
You're not considering all of the variables.
sex.
Pink swim trunks. Why would I do that? How should I know?
That is not appealing. It's almost scary. She burst
Are you
into
sure
laughter.
this is one?
Wow, that eyebrow is really
This is
big.
not the one we want to fake tonight.
I didn't want to argue
Which one's her eyebrow?
with Eliza, so I decided to go to the beach in the end. But not in those flamboyant trunks. He meant to say gay.
Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late.
She ran off after saying that. I dragged my feet to the leader's cabin to get a towel and hopefully find something like trunks. Olga Dmitrievna was waiting for me in the room.
Semyon, did you hear anything about Shurik?
Same as half an hour ago.
I walked to my bed and took a towel.
Are you going somewhere?
Yes, to the beach, actually.
Wait, do you have some swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, if I recall.
Strange. That fact didn't seem to surprise her during our first encounter.
No.
So what will you wear?
Good question. What? I don't know.
Wait a minute.
She walked toward the wardrobe and unlocked a drawer. In a moment, she had a pair of normal black trunks.
Where did she get those? More importantly, why?
Someone from the previous session might have forgotten them. Considering all the strange things in this camp, it wasn't really surprising to find men's swimming trunks in Olga Dmitrievna's room.
What's this about a previous session? Thanks.
Like years past.
Oh. Okay.
The trunks were just my size. She was expecting us. I got changed behind the cabin, and went to the beach.